Greetings, Alnadi viewers. I'm very happy to have with me today Giorgos Papaioannou. It will be a great interview. We will go through his own experience about many things. So stay tuned. Hi, Giorgos.
I'm afraid, Fadil. Thank you for having me. First of all, I want to say that I've shown already some of your podcasts with a great musician, with some of my favorite musicians, and teachers and mentors and very good friends. And it's my honor you having me also
Yeah, thank you
here.
for
And
accepting the invite.
yes. I want to say that you are a very good talk. You are very good in this. You are doing. Yes, so you have a very fresh and light energy. So although I find it difficult to express myself in English, with you I feel safe and comfortable. So I will try to be focused and concentrated to so we can have an interesting.
I am sure. I am sure we will have a great time together because there are a lot of things to learn about from Yorgos.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you,
Yeah.
my friend.
So as usual, because this is our first interview in Nadi,
Mhm.
usually we
Yes.
go to the beginnings. So we would like to go for the beginnings of Yorgos, the place he was born in, music. Take us there the way you like it.
Okay. So I born in 1982
Hmm.
in Athens, in Iliopoli. In
Hmm.
Athens, Athens is the capital of Greece. Now I am in Athens. I am in Iliopoli. Here is my balcony.
Yeah.
So my family were not musicians. Yannis and Lopi. I'm the
Mm-hmm.
first child of Yannis and Lopi. Their second is Nikos.
Hmm.
That he's also one of my favorite musicians.
Yeah.
My brother.
Yes.
Um, so my parents were musicians, and but my father had a guitar. I remember only once I saw him play the
Mm-hmm.
guitar, but we used to listen a lot of music
Mm-hmm.
in the house, not traditional music, but I remember from Vivaldi, some old records from
Mm-hmm.
Vivaldi to Pink Floyd, and they used to hear radio all the day.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we didn't have a television in our house, in our
Mm-hmm.
home, so we used to hear music, reading a lot, and playing games.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember in the age of 6 that we went in a house of some friends,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a piano, a big piano, and a television.
Mm-hmm.
So it was this television that this day, this particular day, was playing. It was open and was playing a symphonic orchestra with a lot of
Mm-hmm.
violins and a concerto for violin. And I remember I was like absorbed and totally amazed seeing
Mm-hmm.
this thing, and and I still cannot remember if it was the impact of the television or it was the music or it was
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
a girl that was playing violin.
Mm-hmm.
But my parents saw me amazed from this, and they said to me, "Okay, you can learn it also."
Mm-hmm.
So this was the first,
Encounter.
yes, in music. So I
Mhm.
told them, yes, let's go tomorrow. I really want it
Immediately.
immediately. Yes. So
Yeah.
one of the next days, we went to the music school. It was a conservatoire in Iliopoli. Odio, we say it. It's
Mm.
in Greek. It's like the word for a music school and lyrical poetry also.
Mm-hmm.
So I met there my first teacher, Panagiotis Philippas, who's a violin player and instrument maker also. I still
Mm-hmm.
playing with his bow,
Mm-hmm.
and we started. He did to me some tricks with the
Mm.
rhythm, the singing, and we started our education. Yes, so I started also theoretical
Mm-hmm.
classes.
Mm-hmm.
It was very boring for me. The theoretical.
Mm.
I remember in the age of 6, I
Mm.
was feeling really uncomfortable.
Mm.
But I really enjoyed it to play together with other people and the violin lessons.
Mm.
Actually, the theoretical lessons, when I sometimes, already
Mm.
in the age of 6, I remember my parents leaving me in the building, and
Mm.
I was entering the building, and when their car, I seen the corner of the car, I was leaving, I was running out from the. It was very close to a billiard place, so
Yeah.
it was way more fun.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. This is interesting, but
Yeah. Mm.
I wanted to say how I was
Mm.
bored with the
Yeah.
theoretical. Also, if
Yeah.
you are a kid, and the theories, I was the youngest
Mm.
person in the class.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't understand some mathematical, some clasmata. They have one third, and all this for me it's three fourths, three
Yeah.
quarters, all this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I continue with the lessons. It was a typical education,
Mm-hmm.
typical Western education. Yes, in the age of 13, I touched this guitar of my father. I started to play the guitar also.
Mm-hmm.
14, I have my electrical guitar
Mm.
also.
Mm-hmm.
So Western music, Western music, Western music.
Yes. Yes.
And I remember that in the age of 14, I was playing in a symphonic orchestra
Mm-hmm.
in my municipality for young people.
Mm-hmm.
I, I will speak slow. I hope in a half an hour I will not sound as a robot because
No, no, it's fun. It's really go ahead.
I hadn't practiced for a long for my English. Yes, last
Uh-huh.
time I spoke English, it was with you.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I played with this symphonical orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great maestro then, Andreas Pillarinos, a very famous one,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I was having my own heavy metal band.
Mm-hmm.
Also played with a band. We play modern Greek music from composers like Hadzidakis and Thodorakis.
Mm-hmm.
And we're traveling a lot with this band also. And I was participating in a rock band with Greek lyrics
Mm-hmm.
also.
Mm.
So probably from this age, I already knew that I want to be a musician and to play
Hmm.
music.
Yeah.
So this more or less,
Yeah.
this was
So that is all
first part.
Western, and by then you knew the notation, right? Music notation.
Yes, I already was reading the age
Yeah.
of 7,
Just
8.
not to just mix it with theory. So maybe our audience will think that you didn't go even for notation. So notation
No,
was
no.
secured.
Yes, notation, because when we combined it with a violin, everything was all
Yes.
right. When it was
Hmm.
theoretical classes alone, for me it was boring. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember
Then.
after the theoretical classes,
Mm,
we went with a lot of students
mhm.
there, and it was a room with guitars and pianos, and so we played like
Mm,
this was interesting. But
interesting.
the
Mm,
theory, very later, I
mm.
became interested about theory,
Uh-huh.
especially with the
Clear.
macams and other musics. Yes.
Yes. So we are jumping now to the future. What is it exactly that made you go out of this bubble of Western music? Because you were trained to be a Western violinist or guitarist, or you have your own
Yes.
band and so on.
Yes.
So this should continue. What happened that made you
Yes.
divert a bit? Yeah.
After I give my exams, and I passed in the age of 18 in the University of Crete
Hmm.
on a Sun Engineer Institute.
Mm.
There, we were a lot of musicians there. I met a lot of musicians from different parts of Greece,
Yeah.
away from Athens, now in Crete.
Hmm.
So I think then I heard first time oud
Mm.
or Greek music. I remember, yes, but still continue there in the age.
Mm.
18, 19, 20, I was playing, I had a funky band and a reggae
Hmm.
band. So slowly, slowly, I started to hear some things. And I
Mm.
remember 3 tapes in the
Mm.
beginning. It was one with Rose Daly, one
Mm.
with Hagi Yazizian, who was playing the oud, and
Hmm.
a letter from Istanbul from Socrates Sinopoulos and Deria Turkan.
Mm.
So through these 3 tapes, I
Mm.
start to, and through my meeting this period with my roommates, then that now they are musicians, also
Hmm.
Fanis Caruso's playing the Santuri and Yannis Economou playing the Ney. And so
Okay.
through this meeting, we start to hear music,
Mm.
play a lot, and after it, this was the period before the social media
Mm.
and all this information and the advertisements and the
Hmm.
announcers, and all
Hmm.
this. So in this period, the information reaches you in a metaphysical way. So an information came to me
Yeah.
that it was seminars in Labyrinth in Houdeți, in a village in Crete,
Mm.
that was some music seminars. So I
Hmm.
said, okay,
Hmm.
already I have a big curiosity for music from my
Yes.
younger years, because except the classical music, I wanted to play like rock and other
Yeah.
styles of music.
Hmm.
And I remember also my teacher, my first teacher, when I was in the conservatory, in the music school.
Yeah.
Sometimes he was playing also some gypsy melodies and some island melodies. This, and he
Mm.
was saying to the other people that to this guy, when I play to him some
Hmm.
different,
Yeah.
his look changed.
Mm.
So so always I had this curiosity
Mm.
for other music.
Mm-hmm.
So this curiosity was totally explode when
Mm.
I went to Kudetsi for the first seminar. This was
Mm.
probably 2003, the first year of Labyrinth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
So, how did you know? Like, just to bring our audience into the circumstances, how did you hear it from a person? You have seen a poster. What is it exactly? Do you remember?
No, I don't
No.
remember. I think from person to person, the
Okay.
information.
Okay. The word of mouth.
No. These are old times.
Yes. Yes.
That's why I say
Yeah.
metaphysical, because you don't know if it is your karma. Somebody tells it to
Yes.
you, and it's very important.
Yeah.
Now you scroll down and you see all the advertisements, all the announcements, a lot of seminars around, and
Yeah.
now this time it was not so much thing. Also in this music, not so much seminars, so much.
Mm.
I think it was only in Crete maybe
Mm-hmm.
this period musical seminars of
Mm-hmm.
this music. Yeah,
Yeah.
mouth to mouth. Yes,
Thanks to Rose and Labyrinth and the group.
yes.
Yeah. So tell me about that time when you heard about it. You were very curious, and then let's go through that timeline.
Okay. And then okay, probably you heard a lot of times this
Mm.
story that meeting point with
Mm.
Rose. This is
Okay.
probably you heard
Yeah.
it a lot of times.
From different guests, yes.
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 So I remember I went to Udeci and by bicycle through
Mhm.
mountains and with a violin case. So
Wow.
I went there with the bicycle, and after 1 hour of
Biking.
bicycling, biking, I stopped there to the to the central, to the museum. We say
Mm.
the building, there in the
Mhm.
museum, and it was across with Ross.
Mm.
Suddenly, I was with the bicycle and I saw Ross and this
Mhm.
motorbike from the I don't know, from the Second World War. This German, this German that German had in the war
Yes.
with a
Yes.
with a seat behind next to
Mm.
it, and it
Yes.
was inside a dog, and it was
Mm.
Ross with hair. So when I see this, I said, okay, there is my place.
Yeah.
This where I belong. I
Mhm.
felt
He
like
was
this.
waiting for you, actually.
Here we are, huh?
He was waiting for you.
And I was
Yeah.
with a Rasta, long
Mhm.
hair Rasta, and the bicycle, and a violin in the shoulder.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, for me it was. Do you remember what I tell you? For the television, I saw in this house,
Yeah.
and suddenly I opened
Mhm.
my my
Mhm.
eyes, and I saw
Mhm.
the violin and Hudeci Labyrinth. It was something like this, like
Mm.
suddenly seminars, music from all over the world. I saw like a concert, in this
Mhm.
concert in this period, from Mongolians, from people from Rajasthan, from
Mhm.
whirling
Mhm.
dervishes, many
Yeah.
things. It takes many
Mm.
colors, many music, a lot
Mm.
of music. So it was for sure a starting point of my
Mm.
exploration, and I
Mhm.
was very lucky.
Yeah.
for this. Yes,
Yeah, interesting.
and
What was the first seminar?
it was Indian violin with Kala Ramna,
Mm,
and this was the first. I was 20, 21.
mm,
This was the
mm,
first. It was totally strange for me, this period,
mm,
this Indian music. It was a big mystery, and still is. But this period, it was. I and you know, if you are if you if you are feeling, because I came from a Western education, I was playing like Bach and Mozart and Paganini.
mm.
You know, I was
Yeah.
playing very difficult and virtuoso things, and I
Mm,
was in a cycle that I was feeling really very. I was feeling very good musician.
mm,
Suddenly, I went there, and I felt like well, I don't know. It was something
mm,
very different, and I felt like yes, and I had a lot of to learn. Still, I had this is a new world, a new
mm.
world of exploration and study again, like from the beginning. Yes, it was
And
very
this really requires a certain trait of patience, of open-mindedness.
yes,
Otherwise, people say, "Okay, I don't need this. I'm already confident about myself. Let me go that track that I am used to." Right?
yes,
So now this is a difficult place. We are starting over.
yes. Starting over again.
Yeah.
It's a big study. Is
Mm,
music and different kind of music,
mhm,
and also I felt that I was very close to my nature, my personal
mm,
nature.
mhm.
I,
Interesting.
I cannot explain it how.
Yeah.
Maybe I can try. I don't know. I don't.
Yes. So you took one seminar that is like a week,
Yes,
and
five.
for sure, yeah, 5 days, and similar to the system we know today, for
Yes,
morning and afternoon and a break,
yes, yes,
and
yes.
mingling around with the masters, mingling around with other
Other
workshop
students.
participants and masters. Yes.
Yes, yes,
Mm.
yes.
And mm,
So I knew that I have to be close to this thing. Yes.
yes.
I know, so I wanted to be always there. Like I was there every summer, and every year I was moving closer and closer to Labyrinth, to Iraklia, and after
Mm,
to Reci and Archanes, there in
mm,
Archanes. And
mhm.
I wanted to be close, yes, as much as close I can
Yeah.
to learn,
Uh,
yeah, to learn.
yeah, and
A bit
today you are
scarce,
teaching. You are teaching, and you have students. You are
man.
part of the gang, I call you.
And yes, and
Part of the
still,
gang.
still learning. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. But tell me, like, let's go into after that first week, what happened? What other things you did? What other decisions you made? Like going from that week of new eye-opening experience, new TV experience.
TV experience.
Labyrinth. Yeah. So what happened next? Like the next years and the next occasions. Hmm.
Yes, the meet all this meet with all this new world,
Mm,
and it's complicated because this combined a lot of things that
mm,
the one thing bring another. I
mm,
mean, you you hearing a song, you want to learn it.
mm,
A song brings a book. A
mm,
book brings an idea, a philosophical idea. I don't know, and suddenly a new world
mm,
opening. Um, I cannot really understand very clear how this work, but it working in many levels. Also the friendship, also how you want to live, to connect with other people, except music.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a new life that that non-verbal communication way to exist through
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
So it's uh, I can say that for myself, I have this thirst for learning. I didn't really knew it was like a power pushes you to understand more, to learn more, and the feeling that is there is something very big, something bigger than yourself, and all this connection with great musicians, with students, that with teachers, and students that always are teachers in this environment. This is a learning environment. But no, also this was the meeting point. After I remember that I was listening some tapes and I was going to Patra to meet violin player there, Senike Gunner, or I was very touched by this sound. I remember it from the first moment I heard it from these tapes until
Yes.
today. Sometimes I feel, yes, I feel it until today. That wow,
Yeah.
emotional. So I continue with the seminars. Every year, every summer, I was playing there. In I was playing also with bands now traditional music. I was playing also two weddings, and I was learning the Creta music. I was playing with Kostas Avicinos, a singer from Crete, and I
Yeah.
have my bands. We explore together. We exploring together this music, and also continue to go to the seminars as much as I could. And okay, and I remember one summer Rose told me, you have you can help us with the concert we have with uh, Bulgarian music. And then it was Ivan Varimezov and Svetanka, his wife, singer and gaida player, Sasha, Svetanka and Ivan. Svetanka was singing and Ivan was playing the gaida. And he said, Rus said to me, "Can you help us with the concert so you can? I mean, all the week we can do rehearsal." Actually, it was a free seminar. Ross offered me
Yeah.
with, but he presented as a, "I will play in a concert." This is Ross way sometimes.
Yes.
So this was a
Yeah.
big lesson for me. I played the concert, and after the concert, Ross told me, "Thank you very much for this, for helping us, and now you can do all the seminars this summer. You can do as much as seminars you want." This is Ross way, yes.
Wow.
So I remember
Mm.
one summer I participated in many seminars. It was this summer that I met Nassim Dakwar. He
Mm.
was playing violin. It was the summer that I met Omer Erdogdular,
Mm.
and and I want to say something here in Greek.
Please.
If it is any chance that Omer will hear this conversation by accident,
Yeah.
I don't know how, but I want to say this
Yeah.
in Greece. Um, Χότζα Μομέρ, περιμένουμε να ακούσουμε το γλυκό νέοι και να μοιραστούμε ξανά μουσική και στιγμές σιωπής. Σε περιμένουμε στην Ελλάδα, γρήγορα να γυρίσεις κοντά μας. Okay. This was a message for
You
our
want
teacher.
it to be encrypted or you want to translate it to us?
Yes, that we're waiting him to join us here again in Greece to hear his sweet name and sharing silence and music with us. Hoja Momer,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
our teacher.
Yes.
From this summer, I remember very clearly the meeting with Nassim Dakwar and Omer Erdogdular, that both of them influenced me a lot, also in music, also in my teaching later. I was every year in the classes of Omer, almost every year for 5 years, and it was a unique way to understand music. You know, our teacher Omer, he couldn't speak English. He didn't speak English. So through silence, many times he was letting the music do the job, and through this silence, I think I've learned a lot, and sharing also silent and pause and emotions and music without without verbal communication at all, almost. So this influenced a lot my teaching and as a philosophy. Sometimes you have the anxiety to do things, to say things, and always music can do this work in a better way.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I had the same experience with planting. When I was in my garden, I was thinking, I was saying this, now I will go to put this and put this, and I do this and I do this, and I was thinking a lot to do things, and suddenly the nature did it by herself, like after 2 months, it was everything. It was, I just put some seeds and just do some things, but the result was better without my contribution.
Interesting.
At the end, with the sun and the water and the ground, that's all you need. Not do a lot.
Let nature speak.
Let nature speak. Let music also
Interesting.
speak.
Interesting.
Yes.
So, who else did you meet in these seminars? Just to conclude on this track, you met which masters? Did you play violin alone or did you do something else? What else there to mention?
Yes, I did this seminar with Nassim Dakwar for violin. Kala Ramnath, it was violin. And Nedim Nalbandoglu, it was a Turkish violinist also. It was the first year, from the first seminar I've done. This about violin, and I continue to go to Omer Dugdular seminar. This was my favorite, and of course Ross seminars, and I was learning also very close this period in Archanes. I don't speak a lot of about Ross because we need the podcast speaking
Yes.
only about Ross contribution.
Actually, in every interview, we have to mention Rose.
Yes.
Yes,
One podcast only speaking for us. I don't know, 10 podcasts only to hear his music, and maybe one
yes,
podcast with funny stories. This is like,
yes.
I can give you an idea.
Yes, we'll do soon. We'll do a
No,
group
no.
podcast on Rose.
Funny stories from Rose. We want it.
Yes. And he should be one of them.
Sorry?
Yes. He should be
Yes.
one of the guests. Yeah. We mute him sometimes. Yes.
Yes.
Great. So violin, that's it? No other instruments?
Yes. Nay. Try to
You
remember
play
now.
Ney, huh?
No. With the violin. I was there with the violin.
Okay.
I
So,
made seminars also with Socrates Sinopoulos and Deria Turkan the first
mm,
year. This was also one of my favorite seminars because they were both of them.
mm,
They are great musicians, both of them with different styles.
mm,
One from Turkey, another one from Greece. So it was very, very interesting. Probably I did like 2 seminars also there.
mhm,
One seminar I went there with the Kemenche.
mm.
Just to,
Okay. Okay.
but I was very close there, so I was entering to different seminars, like participate for 1 day, 2 days, not only one seminar. So I saw a lot. Also, I did
Mhm,
a seminar with Haris Labrakis, like music improvisation. This is
mm,
one that I remember a lot. Also,
mm,
that it was free improvisation,
mm,
totally free, no
mm,
Macam stuff, but it was very with a with a lot of inspiration and musicality.
mhm.
What else? Yeah, I stuck my mind now. I cannot remember.
It's pulling out memories. Anyway, we will touch into these later because
Mhm.
we'll have other discussions. I think we deserve one of your pieces to be listened to now with our audience.
Let's let's hear.
Let's maybe have a break. Which one do you like to choose now?
Let's choose Colibri. Colibri.
Okay,
So
and why? Tell us about it.
um, it has a. I wanted to share this story, this tale from Latin America. I've
Hmm.
heard about Colibri. Colibri is the how it is in English. The plume bird. Do you know
Hmm.
the English word
Yeah,
for the colibri? You know the bird,
yeah,
colimbri.
yeah. The one that you have it in your album.
Yes.
Okay, all
So
right.
it's another word in
Mm-hmm.
English, pluming bird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
And
So,
do you want to share the story now or listen it first?
yeah, first we hear the story so we can enjoy the music after that.
Okay, this is from the album Anamesis,
Mm-hmm.
an album from 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And the story behind this is a story that inspired me a lot. It's
Mm,
about this small bird. The story is from
mm,
Latin America.
mm-hmm.
It's a small bird that when the fire w- w- the
Broke.
forest
Yeah.
was in a big fire and all the
Mm,
animals started to run and to escape,
mm.
and it was the small colibri took a small in his nose.
Yes.
He took a small drop of water and
Mm,
starting going to the fire,
mm,
and so all the animals saw the colibri and the big elephants running with the big noses, I don't know,
yeah.
and
Yes.
running to escape. And they saw the colibri and they said to the bird, to the small bird, what are you doing? You are crazy. You are going to the fire
Mm-hmm.
now. You will burn. And so the small bird says, I do what I am doing my part.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a story that inspired me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And also, one day I was in a tavern in Crete and I was drinking raki and I thought that I was so a colibri, but I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure about this. Probably it was,
Yeah.
but
And
I know that there are not colibris in Crete.
yeah. And here's how this music came out about.
Yes, let's.
Interesting. We'll listen to it then, Yorgos.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Let's listen to it, our viewers.
Yes.
So, Yorgos, can we elaborate a little bit about your exposure to the different types of music cultures? Mm,
Yes. Hmm. Okay. My main instrument is the
mm,
violin.
mhm,
So, if we can say that violin have a personality
mm,
and a character,
mm,
there are a lot of different characteristics
mm,
of violin. Also, it is the archetype, this archetypical, diabolical, virtuoso and fun
yes.
thing.
Yeah.
That, but also another side of my instrument that
Mm,
is very comparable. It's very close to my own uh, request.
mhm,
I can say that is curiosity and adaptation,
mm,
because violin adapted
mm,
to every corner of the world, to
mm,
the music and the traditions
mm, mm,
of in every tradition of the world.
mm,
Uh, so it's like, how can I say it? Like my tool
mm,
to understand, also to go through this tradition, and to
mm,
understand also a part of the collective memory of
mm,
the people there, the people living in these places. So for me, it's
mm,
precious, this, and I feel very lucky. And
mm,
violin, as a personality, had this curiosity and this adaptation.
mhm,
So imagine it like curious, want to learn also this, want to adapt it in every music. So
mm,
this fits a lot with my inner request
mm,
of the music. We are
mhm.
together with it, with my instrument, with violin. We are not very together in the this virtuoso
Yeah.
thing,
Mm,
because with this instrument you can play very fast, really,
mhm,
and very virtuoso things. And but
mhm,
uh, I can say that yes, I'm very lucky for the other thing.
mhm,
So for me, it was always matter of it was this thirst for
mm,
knowing
mm.
things,
Yeah.
and the curiosity that was leading me all the time
Mhm,
to different cultures. Also, I wanted,
mhm,
and I'm still, I still have this curiosity. I want to learn and new
mhm,
things. I can't wait now. I will go to Labyrinth, Catalonia. I teach there
mhm.
violin the first week. In the second week, in the first week, I will go to attempt a seminar also with Yasamin Samsoni and Rose. And
Wow.
I have this anxiety now to go there to understand, to see what they have to say,
Mm,
Rose and Yasamin, in this seminar.
mm, mm,
Also, previous week,
mm,
I went to the house of Manos Achalimetopoulos. He's a very good clarinet player and musician here in Greece,
mm,
and I wanted to ask him some about the music in the mainland here in
mm.
Greece, so,
Yeah.
and Epirus also and mainland. So is this curiosity all the time to learn
Mhm,
new, new music, new ideas,
mm.
and also personal exploration.
Experience. Mm,
So through Rose and Omer Erdogular, I joined, and Socrates Sinopoulos and Deria Turkan, all this seminar.
mm,
I entered. in the world of Macam.
Mm,
So I find it very interesting, and I stay a lot to understand and how this system works, the intervals,
mm,
different intervals that leads you
mm,
to different colors and characteristic and emotions, maybe different emotions also.
mm.
As Western musician, this was very very difficult in the beginning. It was
Yeah.
very difficult, and I think, and later in Indian music I had an interest, but also from the beginning, and I think that probably for for a beginning level,
Mm-hmm.
for a Western musician, it's easier to go to Indian music to
Mm-hmm.
start. The beginning
Yeah.
to understand is more easy to a Western
Mm-hmm.
musician, probably
Yeah.
to
Mm-hmm.
feel closer with Indian music, and that's for the beginning level. Later,
Mm,
all these music are the same. They have the same difficulty. Actually, in Indian music, it's very difficult for someone
mm-hmm.
to be a
Mm,
very good musician
mm,
if he's not Indian. It's
mm.
very difficult to be a master
Yeah.
in Indian music and be European. But it's very easy. It's more understandable in the beginning. For a Western musician.
Mm-hmm.
This Macam thing, this modal music, say it's far more difficult to
Mm,
start in the
mm,
beginning. Understand all these intervals and the relations,
mm,
the tetrachords and the pentachords and the phrases.
mm, mm-hmm.
Uh, and if you go to this Macam world,
Mm,
when I entered this more seriously,
mm-hmm.
I started to understand also in the beginning through Turkish music. I started to understand better the Arabic music and the music of Azerbaijan and Armenia and Iran
Mm,
through this Makam system.
mm.
Yes.
Interesting.
And also we have here in Greece, we have in our in the music of our region,
Mm,
we have a lot of different styles, a lot of Cretan music,
mm,
very different from Epirus music, pentatonic
mm,
music of Epirus, for example, like totally different styles, totally different. And we
mm,
have music from Thrace and Macedonia that
mm,
is closer to Bulgarian and to Balkan music.
mm,
And we have also the island music that is totally different, minor Asian music that is close
mm,
close to Turkish music.
mm-hmm.
So even in so I think that there are except my instrument
Mm.
that is very curious and want to want to learn, going to enter in different tradition. Another characteristic, another reason that maybe I
Mm,
have this also curiosity. It's the music of my region, my
mm,
Greece, that has a lot of different things, and also it is the sea
mm.
here that sea welcomes
Mm.
all the time new
Yes.
things.
Mm,
Yes.
mm. It makes the people open-minded and welcoming all kinds of cultures coming to them. They learn it, they adapt themselves to it. Maybe
Yes,
they
yes,
adapted to themselves as well.
yes.
Interesting. Interesting. And in this case, do you see these things disconnected or connected now for you yourself? Seeing the Indian, the Makam system, Arabic, Turkish, Bulgarian, Macedonian, are they
Yes.
connected or disconnected to you?
Let's leave the motor back.
Actually, that is the question. This is the question.
Yes.
Yeah.
If if I can say that I have an inner voice want to
Mm.
express something,
Yes.
I can say that this voice says everything is one,
Mm.
and wants to actually, probably in a deeper level, this is what I want to discover and express, that
Mm-hmm.
everything is one.
Mm.
So through these years, all starting to connect. This is true,
Mm.
but yes, I believe that music is one. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Mm. Yorgos, what is
But through
learning? Yeah. Carry on, please. Sorry for this
yes, but
lapse
through
of
the
delay.
differences, you can
Mm.
understand the small differences. So maybe through the differences of each other, of each style and each,
Mm.
you you can unite them in the end.
Mm.
It's yes, and
Mm-hmm.
of course you can this expressed very good through maybe through composing,
Mm-hmm.
but also this is composing. This is,
Yeah.
this is
Interesting. So my next question is, what is learning now? Having such experience you lived and such encounters with all these kinds of diversified music and cultures and people and so on. What is learning? And specifically learning in music, what is it exactly to you?
what is to learn
Yeah.
music.
Yeah. What is the learning process to you? How do we
How
learn?
I
What is the
how
best?
I
Yeah. How? Yeah. Your own.
how I learn.
Yes.
Um, my best way to learning is through others.
Mm,
This is why I really enjoy through
mm,
friends, through connected connection with friends and sharing pieces and sharing things we learned.
mm,
This is how I
mhm,
learn music. Uh, yeah,
mm,
so for me, it's very important to be in an environment with people that want to learn all the time, that
mhm,
want to learn.
mhm,
Sometimes sometimes it's 2 hours only
mm,
when something opens. I
mm,
remember this first a travel I told you before. It was like I was 22, maybe 23, in this
mm,
age. So I heard the cassette with a violin player, and he was playing, and I said, "Okay, this is the sound. Who is he?" I learned who he is, and I learned that he was living in Patra,
mm,
Senihundeger. So I found his phone, and I said to him, "I will pass from Patra
mm,
the next days. Do you want
mhm,
to meet me only for 1 hour? Do you have an
mm,
afternoon?"
mm,
And so I took the boat,
mm,
12 hours. took the bus 4 more hours, all night, all night. The
Hmm.
boat, the
Yeah.
bus. And I went to Patra. I found somewhere to sleep just to see him for 1 hour. And this hour for me was amazing experience and very learning experience.
Hmm.
Now it's I think it's more easy now to hear from the YouTube and always to hear different things. But I believe this personal experience, like I
Mm.
had now the previous week with
Mm.
2 hours with Manos Halinotopoulos, this guy,
Mm.
because he can explain to you an idea that it needs a lot of time sometimes to understand. And a musician that he's playing different styles of music or a style only
Mm.
through his all through his all these years of learning
Mm.
process, he can very easily unlock
Mm.
something in you, in your
Mm.
understanding, like an opening, oh, revelation suddenly. So
Yes.
it can come sometimes. It can come like this, like in an hour or through someone. And
Mm.
sometimes it needs a lot of time to relax, to understand,
Mm.
to improvise. For me, I
Mm.
f- for me, I try to have also personal time for playing, just
Mm.
improvise, just to
Mhm.
playing makams and playing different styles as a
Mm.
meditation, as a
Yeah.
procedure now to relax a little bit, and after maybe an idea will come, even in composition and or in improvisation, a new idea.
Mm.
There is a sea of possibilities to discover all the time while playing and improvising,
Mm.
also by yourself. I mean, through through the through an improvisation,
Yeah.
but also
Mm.
with people is very important, and through
Yeah.
actually through connection, through friends. Uh, now I hear my my favorite musicians. Some of them are my friends, so I can
Mm.
wait for their next album to hear new
Mm.
music or to meet them and so they can say that I have a piece. Do you want to play together? And I just learn a piece from a good friend and very good musician. It's a learning process also. Also this
Mm.
every time.
Yeah. Interesting.
No, I also now you met Michiel, eh? You met
Mm.
Michiel.
Yes.
He was there. He was there also. Michiel, he's writing music. He's a very good composer. Actually,
Mm.
he's Dutch. He doesn't have roots from Turkey or Greece or or Arab world or from this
Mhm.
music. Okay, his father was a musician. He was playing, but
Mm.
he writing Semais, he writing Pesref, he writing different Balkan rhythms and
Yeah.
with a new with a new way of. So every time he'll say to me, "Okay, do you want to play to make a, to go to the studio and play some of my compositions?" Every time is a learning process also for me while I recording
Mhm. New
his
compositions.
pieces. Yes,
Yeah.
because it's new ideas from a fresh look.
Mm.
It's this is composition, composing your ideas with a tradition. It's a learning process.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's, but I'm thinking it also. I say thinking,
No, no,
thinking.
this is interesting, but can you please tell me about observing, the process of observing? Because I know you are really a great example of observing and learning by observing. And we will come to it later in a different question. But let's assume we give you a record that you never heard before from a
Yes.
new culture or a similar
Yes.
new piece from a culture that you know very well.
Yes.
So and maybe a new instrument or something very weird we listened to in a record, a 78, for example. That
Yes.
learning process, the process of observing. This is not a real
Yes.
person with me.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
If it is to learn a new piece, I will choose the instrument I feel more safe, more
Mm,
easy to express. So I will choose the violin
mm,
and I will take it and I will try to imitate.
mm,
And it is something it will remind you something that
mm,
you played before.
mm,
Sometimes it comes very easily because it's similar with something you already played, and
mm,
sometimes is more difficult, or
mm,
they are or if sometimes if it is very difficult through intervals. Okay,
mm,
now okay we're starting now a new learning process,
mm,
and I'm very happy when this
mm.
happening.
Yes. Mm,
Yes, so probably observed hearing, and after
mm,
try to, the mind do it kind of automatically.
mm,
Try to remember similar things.
mm,
No, and as much as you have, as more in your bank, as much as you have in your hard disk, is I
mm,
think is more easy
mm.
to learn it.
Unlock. Yeah. So unlock, as you said before.
No,
Unlocking.
no, to unlock it. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But that was the question. I understand well.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, because you told me last time that learning and observing comes together. They always come together. You always observe and digest and
yes,
comprehend,
yes.
and then it comes out because it resonates with you. These
No,
are
no,
your
yes,
words, actually, that when we discussed,
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
when we met. Yes. Mm, yes. Interesting. Uh, maybe it's a good time now to talk about teaching because learning and teaching come together. Well, I'll ask you about your own way of seeing teaching and doing it with your
Yes.
students, and yeah.
No. Uh, Probably my own way is a combination also from the teachers also that inspires
Hmm.
me a
Yeah.
lot. As said, yes, Ross inspired me a lot as a teacher, and also Mer with his own unique way. Socrates
Mm,
Xenopoulos also with a different, total unique way.
mm,
So, and also all this year that I teach in Labyrinth, uh, I see myself changing also in my um, approaching. Yes,
mhm,
it's very different if you teach there in Labyrinth
mm,
because you have like 5 6 days to be all together, and you can build it slowly. You can build
mm,
a relationship. For
mhm,
me, it's very important.
mhm,
The community that to build a relationship
mhm,
to all together to feel the same way in a
mhm.
way like feeling emotional to
Yeah.
share to share
Mhm,
things.
mhm.
So probably this is my main focus, the teamwork, like
Mm,
everybody is connected in a way and play music and understand that. we try all together to play music, and music is somewhere there, not that we all together
Mm-hmm.
playing something. Music is somewhere in the middle of the class, in the middle of the room.
Yes. Mm.
And so in Crete, you have or in a urban place,
Mm-hmm.
it's different because
Mm.
it's you have a lot of time, and you have relaxation. It's now I teach, I do lesson here in Athens. It's totally different
Mm.
because we have one lesson per week, one meeting
Mm.
per week, with a lot of instrument, a lot of so I see that this week is
Mm.
it's like a month in the city. Like
Mm.
we don't have the time to connect and let music really
Mm.
uh, speak. I try, but I find it more difficult here in the big city
Yeah.
to create
Mm-hmm.
this feeling through the stress of the modern life, and while meeting once per week. So
Mm-hmm.
so there, I try to give as much information. I have anxiety. I
Mm-hmm.
speak a lot. To give
Yes.
as much information I can. So everybody that he is there, he can take one, two things, two, three things for
Mm-hmm.
from the another week, and I feel that these meetings, they are not connected.
Mm.
I try to make it connected, but I don't every time.
Mm. Mm.
And but also, so that's why I feel that this this program, this Labyrinth style of education, is one of the that helps me a lot, and
Mm.
I find it as a great educational system.
Mm.
1 week all together, eating together, playing
Mm.
together,
Yeah.
many hours, like a really very good experience.
Mm. But as you said before, you let music speak. I want to elaborate more on this. Uh, what does the lesson look like with you? If I am a student with you and the 20 others, what we will do in that lesson?
Okay, I can make an example from the lesson the last weekend.
Yes.
Um, we we wanted to study Υπηρώτικο μυρολόι. It's a pentatonic scale from Epirus.
Mm-hmm.
So we took three examples of three
Mm.
different ragas.
Mm.
Pentatonic Durga, and Bilavanti. Yeah. Three Miyagi Canada. So it's
Mm-hmm.
three ragas.
Yes.
We hear the pentatony in these ragas. We improvise in this only,
Mm.
not exactly all the raga, all the,
Yes.
but in a simple way. So after
Mm.
we try to combine this and play also with the style of Υπηρώτικο μυρολόι. We added all the times new things, so we can in the end we can compose something
Mm.
between these three ragas and the Υπηρώτικο μυρολόι. It's
Mm.
for me also many times it's an experiment also, and also a
Mm-hmm.
learning process. I want to
Mm.
see what will come up. So
Okay.
this was here in Athens, the
Yeah.
lesson previous weekend.
So we build an atmosphere for discovery
Sorry?
together. We build an atmosphere for discovery
No,
together.
no, no. We improvise a lot. We try to
Yeah.
improvise a lot and feel free to improvise a lot and expose that we are all together in this, and but also try to do mental things, some difficult things, some mental work that we are all together there and try to learn.
Yeah.
And also sometimes I feel very happy if we compose something or someone from the
Wow.
team sometimes bring us something in the team. Okay, I compose this based on the last lesson. This for me is happiness.
So
Because
this
also
will
we
work.
learning this piece, new piece.
Yeah, this is like too many things that gets delivered at the end, you know. We learn and we compose and we maybe record. It's too
Yeah.
many things that come into such an atmosphere. And
Yes, yes,
it also works for beginners if they join such groups or such atmosphere, because as you said, whatever you have, you will get more, right? The more experience you are, the more you can
yes,
absorb
yes,
and
yes, yes,
observe, right?
yes, yes.
So for students and maybe intermediate levels and experts, all
Mhm.
together sit down and they learn something
Yes, yes. This is very
without
important.
talking too much, huh? Without talking too much.
Yes, in the when you are close to nature, yes, you feel like this. But in the city, I try
Yeah.
sometimes not to talk too much, but
Mhm.
I feel that sometimes I talk more than I should. Yes.
Interesting. So, what do you like to share with us now? Let's have another thing to listen
Okay,
to.
let's hear what I've sent you. This maybe let's hear Helena. Helena.
And
Let's
why
hear Helena.
Helena?
This is also a piece. It has also an improvisation, a violin improvisation in the beginning.
hmm
Let's hear it, and I will tell you.
All right, great. This time we listen to it and then we discuss it.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Thank Yorgos, thank you very much. We listened to Hilona. So it starts with an improvisation on the violin. So maybe tell us the story of the composition first, then we move to the concept of improvisation as the way you see it.
Yes.
Mm.
It's Helena is turtle.
Mm.
So the same story again, nature again,
Yes.
natural elements. Um, so this was a moment. Very often, I used
Mm.
to go to isolated beaches and isolated places and stay there with my books and
Mm.
or a musical instrument and stay there like for a week and even
Mm.
alone
Mm.
sometimes even for 2 weeks.
Mm.
I used to like it and still I like it. Yes, I like
Mhm.
it sometimes. So I was in this beach and I was sleeping and I
Mm.
wake up the morning and I saw huge trucks like a car almost
Mm.
from the sea,
Mm.
uh, a line from the sea, 2 meters from the place I was under my feet, two
Mm.
meters under from my feet from the place I was sleeping, and I
Mm.
didn't know what is it is the in the beginning,
Mm.
uh, but while thinking, I understand that it was a turtle that gave a birth
Mm.
2 meters down from my feet. So for me, it was um, okay, like a meeting with a spirit. I don't know, from an ancient creature that
Mm.
came up very close to me, like.
Mm.
And very inspirational moment. And this it was this day that melody was playing in my head.
Mm.
So this is the name of the piece, Helena. This meeting,
Yeah.
unexpected meeting with an amazing creature,
Yes.
and really, when I am sometimes in the nature, I don't feel a stranger.
Mm.
I am when I am in the beginning. There, I feel like a strange creature. After a while, probably also in my garden,
Mm.
the first day, days I am in my garden, I do the works in the garden, and suddenly I realize after some days that some birds are very close
Mm.
to me,
Mm.
very close and very close, and every day they are closer and having rounds around me, and I,
Mm.
uh, probably they think that I am part of their ecosystem
Mhm.
while
Yeah.
being there every day. They don't afraid me. They don't see me as a strange creature
Mm.
with stress and
Yeah.
all this we have
Yes.
in our societies. Yes, in our modern. In the,
Mm.
so uh, no, for me, it's always nature
Mm.
a, a source of inspiration.
Mhm. Interesting. And
Yes.
improvisation. What is it? Is it like the themes are improvisations, or there are too many things? And how is it happening?
General or in this piece, you mean?
In general, because you always improvise, you always we see you play takseems,
Uh,
and you are doing very well actually at that. So we want to talk
oh,
about
thank you.
improvisation and takseem.
As I told you before, with a piece of Mikil, for example,
Mm,
that they have a theme there.
mm,
There is a theme on Makam. Mikil said the Kurdi Isfahan. I don't know. Something new that come a new idea. So
mm,
I always feel it, feel the temptation to approach this new thing with an improvisation.
mm,
to to adapt it. Always I like a lot the improvisation, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel inspired in the improvisation from the piece.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to do my improvisation while I playing the piece in my mind to introduce a piece, but
Mm-hmm.
also introduce a makam. So, so if I understand an idea, a makam, a scale, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Later I try to, but this is something that I do also when I am myself.
Mm-hmm.
When I try to
Yeah.
play, exploring all the time. Even sometimes in concerts, I'm I want to explore. Even
Mm.
when I play, I mean, for example, if it is an Usak Taksim, for example, a
Mm-hmm.
very
Mm.
and in a piece on Usak, I want to adapt some phrases from the piece in the
Mm-hmm.
improvisation and make it a little bit mine
Mm-hmm.
to I don't know, to serve the piece. I
Mm-hmm.
feeling that I'm serving the piece, not and
Mm-hmm.
as much as I think less,
Mm-hmm.
I feel the best. For me, improvisation is like to feel lost.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's okay to follow some rules, but
Mm.
if in the middle feel a little bit lost and the the thinking stop,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel that okay, or explore something in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I feel very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And also I feel when somebody tell me, okay, I felt something when you played, okay, this is
A
also
good
great, yet
sign.
because we connected, we
Mm.
connect
Mm-hmm.
with each other,
Mm.
and always I love these improvisations when people uh, when you can hear, like, I don't know, the inner voice of the spirit of someone. I don't know,
Yeah.
the true spirit, the inner spirit, not personality.
Mm.
I don't know if
Yeah, I got you.
so.
Mm. Mm.
So what's your inner voice? What do you want to say?
Mm-hmm.
It's also in music generally. I want to hear when I hear. Sometimes you can hear thinking, a lot of thinking in improvisation,
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes you can hear clearly an inner voice. I don't know. And,
Mm-hmm.
the spirit of the artist, the inner
Yeah.
voice that want to say something, want to express. I don't know.
Mm.
Everything is one, or love is in the air, or
Yeah.
I love people. I don't know. I want to connect. I want to.
Mm.
But if you hear like, okay, let's play a fast phrase. I don't know. Okay, but
Mm. Mm.
this is something. I,
Yeah.
I I can understand it, but
Yeah. Interesting. So that for sure does not come by just having a musician wish for this to happen. It for sure
again,
needs, I mean, the thing you are saying, the inner
yes.
voice of the piece, the inner voice of the artist or the composer or the love in the air, as you say it, right?
Whatever wants someone to
This,
express.
yeah, I mean, this does not happen automatically to the person. For sure, this comes from deep listening, deep living of the thing, right? So an oshak is not a sayir or something written on a piece of paper and we just play it
No,
on
no,
the fly.
yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
let's discuss this part because this does not happen automatically. This is not
No,
happening
no, no,
with
no,
little effort.
no. Happening with
Yeah,
effort.
yeah. Mm,
Yeah, okay, sometimes maybe I'm not sure, but sometimes maybe it happen automatically to to feel one. I don't know, not thinking a lot, not to have stress. I don't know, to try to speak, but you cannot
Mm.
all the time to be like love in the air. I don't know. Sometimes you have aggression and
Yeah,
passions. Okay,
yeah.
in this level, no, it cannot happen automatically. But
Mm.
I mean, when I play music, sometimes I feel that okay, I should put my ego
Yeah.
behind, put my
Mm.
thoughts behind, and try to to create a, I don't know, a space that can include everybody inside.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is, but of course you cannot do it every time. Sometimes
Yeah.
we are, yes, yes,
But when we learn the pieces or the cultures of musics and the way you described earlier, this take us deeper than just the superficial thing, right? It like building up or producing such experience of improvisation or taksim or even interpreting a piece, a very famous piece, a Bashraf or a Samai or an Indian piece. Not
yes,
everyone play it in the same way,
of course. And this is,
right?
yes, and
Yeah.
this is the nice
Even if
part.
they are great players, great, they know the technique, they are virtuosic. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Mm,
But
mm,
this is the interesting thing. That's yes. Sometime I'm feeling that I have to, especially for example, if you play in a panigiri,
mm,
in a fiesta, and you play taksim, there are
mm,
people who want to dance, for example, or want to they they would connect in another way. I mean, you
mm,
cannot do a taksim. Always you have to feel and the
mm,
atmosphere around. And
mhm.
for me, when I present my album, for example, or a piece of mine, I feel free to play whatever I want, to make
Mhm.
an improvisation as I feel in the moment. But sometimes I feel that serving another people idea, or serving a culture, for example, or
Yeah.
that's why sometimes I feel it's stressful, for example, to make a taksim in more 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 difficult, not stress,
Mhm.
more difficult to make a taksim, for example, in a classical Ottoman piece.
Mhm.
Okay, you have to adapt your playing in the try to understand this culture, this idea of
Mhm.
playing, and not to be very out
Mhm.
of this to serve this music.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, I feel that okay, I can do it in a level, okay, but not okay as deepest as I can, but also with with my personal sound, my personal. I don't like this word, but
Yeah.
yes, my
Mhm.
my own
Mhm.
clue that is actually the the way I understand that this thing is free also,
Yes.
because
Interesting.
I feel that all this music has have have a very big amount of free inside, and also solid
Mhm.
and with I mean
Mhm.
solid but also free. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm. So there are certain things that are fixed and certain things that are flexible, right?
Yes.
Fixed and flexible. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
with
and this comes to the
amount of it.
understanding.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
amount of flexibleness and amount of
Mhm.
fix.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. And because of the exposure to these different cultures, the violin coming from a Western background where it requires a lot of discipline and practicing and
Yes,
mastering
discipline.
the
Also,
technique.
this
And
word that I
yeah,
was trying to say
let's
before.
talk about your belief about practice now after all these years. What is a practice and what do you really do when you practice? Being alone or being in a group or yeah. Take us into your experience of practice,
My
effective
personal
practice.
experience, I don't
Mm.
feel that I practice a lot, really. I don't feel that I had periods in
Mm.
my classical education that I practiced
Mm.
scales because I had to play difficult pieces. But
Mm.
with this music, after the age of 22, the music of
Mm.
the
Mm.
traditional music and all this context of music, I felt
Mm.
that is more free for me. That I
Mm.
don't have to practice so much, but developed other ideas like feeling, like to connect with
Mm.
something really bigger than me, not the
Mm.
virtuoso thing that sometimes in the Western music is it's too me inside, it's too
Mm.
uh, fast things and virtuoso things and
Yeah.
also the nature of my instrument is as I said before, it has this
Adaptability.
archetype, yes, this
Yeah.
diabolic.
Mm.
So you can play very fast, this then very virtuoso stuff.
Mm.
Mm, I always had a contrast
Mm-hmm.
with
Mm-hmm.
this virtuoso thing, this virtuoso.
Mm-hmm. Tendency.
So
Mm.
in this music, yes, I found myself more free, more
Mm. Mm-hmm.
to understand other more maybe delicate feelings, delicate situation
Mm.
that connects me with something else.
Mm.
Uh, but I don't know the universe, the music of the universe. I don't know the
Mm-hmm.
gods, the spirits, the I don't know the collective memories of other people
Yeah.
to make me to connect more with this than okay than really playing something fast or something virtuoso. Then, but also
Yeah.
it
Oh.
had
Mm.
an amount of discipline that is
Mm.
very very special. But okay, needs to practice, but not in this Western way.
Mm.
I think more the practice in this music is to feel, to understand, and to
Mm.
connect.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Ross said to me
Mm.
something about Western music that a good musician should understand when to stop
Mm.
studying, when to stop this practice. A Western musician.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe sometimes the Western musician doesn't understand when to
Yes.
stop practicing and start to feel, start to be free, start to.
Mm. Interesting. Mm.
I
Okay.
say all this, but I really enjoy classical music and I play and I like it still. I
Yeah,
play.
I mean, we are
Uh,
not taking positions here, but we are talking
yes,
about
yes,
the
yes,
different experiences.
yes,
Yeah.
different experience. Yes,
Yeah.
some
Now,
pieces of Bach I still play. Enjoy it
yeah,
a lot. It's a different feeling. Yes.
exactly. The question is there a routine for this kind of practice for this model music or makam, or is there a routine? Do you need to get fit sometimes? Is it sufficient to play with others and that's it? This is enough for a practice. or sometimes you need to play on your own? What
Yeah,
is
yes.
it? What is the nature of this practice?
It depends from the period of your life and what you
Yeah.
want to do. Yes, for me, it was some periods that I was studying a lot. I had a routine,
Mm,
and other periods that in the flow. Usually, when I have to play with someone, I feel the need to study a little bit to be prepared,
mm,
not to, so we can be together. I mean, to be
mm,
ready to do us.
mhm.
Nah, but as you can find the routine. Everybody has his own routine.
Yeah.
Other people play at night alone. Other people play only with company, only with
Mm,
other people, and try to find
mm.
all the time.
Yeah. And that will work for memorization also, right? If you need to memorize a traditional piece or maybe a newly composed piece, right?
Nah,
Memorization.
yes,
Mm.
memorization is another
Yeah.
problem. Yes, try
Mm.
to remember it. Yes,
Yeah. So in this case, this is again in the same flow, the same nature of practice, right? Some people will memorize with others. Some people will need to be alone. Some people will require score, right?
yes, yes,
Or
yes,
maybe memorize and interpret at the same time.
yes.
Mm.
Different ways. Yeah.
Yes,
And
but
different.
mm,
For example, my routine sometimes to play is just improvise, just touch the violin. I don't
mm,
use to play often repertoires of
mm,
style of music. Yes, sometimes probably
mm,
I do, but what I really like is just sitting with a good sound in my place.
mhm.
I can hear, for example, in the house. It is in the in the highest place of the house
Yes,
that I can
uh-huh.
hear a little bit of echo. So I
Yes,
sit there. It's the coldest place also of the house. But
yes.
so sometimes
Mm,
I stay there and play,
mm,
just just improvise.
mhm. Yeah, or when you go in isolations for a week or more with nature,
Yes, this is my
with
best.
your books and violin. Yeah. So to conclude the discussion about practice, what is our objective of practicing this kind of music?
Yeah. Uh, my personal goal is
Mm,
to achieve relaxation
mm,
and through this to connect with a part of myself that maybe is deeper, maybe
mhm,
is out there, but through focus and like this meditative state of
mm,
improvising to, yes, to connect with a part of myself, a part of my
mhm,
nature, a part of the world. I don't know.
mhm.
Maybe it's too big what I saying, but
No, to an artist, this is
try to
it actually.
express it. Yes, yes.
Mm, yeah.
Maybe it's too much.
Mm,
Yeah, I don't.
mhm, mhm. And you highlighted the difference between the objective of virtuosity versus expression, right?
Yes, it's something.
Mm,
Yes, something different. Yes,
mhm.
sometimes are together,
Yeah.
but for me, it's something different. I'm sorry, say
Mhm.
it's a conflict with my instrument. This, with the nature of my instrument, it's a conflict. Yes,
Yeah.
and my also some of my Western education, not to.
Mhm. Yeah, but sometimes some pieces, Yorgos, requires both of these things, being
Yes, yes,
virtuosic and expressive, because the
yes.
interpretation of the piece requires both. So you connect and
Yes, yes.
express.
Okay, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I don't see
Mm.
that. of course.
Hmm. Yeah,
But yes, but I prefer more slow
yeah.
uh,
Hmm.
music, more. But yes, okay. Of course, sometimes
When required.
some pieces requires both. Yes, and
Interesting.
also this is an interesting thing to
Hmm.
play difficult things and try to be expressive
Hmm.
and to mean it. And
Interesting. Yorgos, talking about the violin, your main instrument, being having the feature of being curious and adaptive and going into every culture and being part of that culture. Let's talk
yes,
about imitation. Let's talk
no,
about
no,
the
yes.
experience of
Also,
imitation,
yes.
imitating the
Also,
ney, imitating the
yeah.
lyra,
No,
all
no,
of
no.
these things. Yeah.
Also, the violin is a very good mime. So in every tradition, it's traveled.
Hmm.
He tried to imitate, as of course, many instruments, wind instruments try to
Mm,
imitate the voice, or every
mm,
instrument try to imitate the voice. After the voice,
mm,
try to imitate some things that an instrument is. Yeah, generally, there is a lot of imitation in the
mhm,
tradition in this music. Yes,
mhm,
and the violin is a very good mime. It's I think it's in his character. That's why it's
mhm,
adapted in so many traditions, in so
mhm,
many. Yes, for I always jealous about the sound of the kemençe, the lira,
mm,
the lira of Istanbul, and the and the sound of ney. I always felt
mm.
jealous about how
Yeah.
this
Mm,
sound. And in different periods, also other instruments.
yeah.
But I remember me trying to adapt in my playing what I was hearing, and also because I did also seminars with Socrates and Deria, and also with
Mhm,
Omer, and also with Harris, and we played with Christos and Harris and Christos. They're amazing name players. We played together
mm,
also in many times, especially with Christos. We played a lot, had a group together.
yeah.
So I, I had this in my ears a lot, and maybe sometimes I didn't even try to imitate it. That I wanted to connect with the
Mhm.
sound, this sound, and
It
okay,
just happened.
sometimes successfully, sometimes unsuccessfully, but yes,
Yeah. And this is
yes,
an important thing. I think it's not an option for a musician because musicians should have the sensibility, being very sensitive to things, the way they understand them or produce them. So they should
yes,
be able to it's a skill that they need. It's not an option, isn't it?
yes, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I, I don't know if it is relevant, but always feel a very good musician in the place we are
Mm,
when I feel that I play very good. I
mm,
cannot understand it.
mm,
I feel in the beginning, oh, I play very nice, and I understand.
mm,
Okay, he's a very good musician because make
mm.
me thinking that I was
Yeah.
playing really nice. Connects
Hmm.
with me. I don't know
Yeah.
if I'm clear
Yeah,
or
it's
if
clear.
it is relevant, but
Mm,
this is a sensitivity that a musician many times
hmm.
has
Yeah.
to be in the music, to be there, to serve
Hmm.
the music, what is there. the sound,
Yeah.
the one sound in the middle of the, I mean, in the middle of the class, the one sound. Sometimes you have to play louder, sometimes you have to play softer,
Mhm.
sometimes you have to play even not good,
Mm.
not very good, to be
Mhm.
together with someone, to
Mm.
play together. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to serve the moment, to be there in the moment and play together, no
Mm.
matter how someone plays. And about the instruments, there are some instruments, for example, that playing very good together.
Mhm.
There are a duo, the violin with the lauto, or the, I don't know.
Yeah.
There are a duet in Greece music, in Greek music.
Mhm.
The tambour with the ney,
Mhm.
the oud with the kanun. I
Mhm.
mean, they're playing very good together. They're much.
Mhm.
And sometimes other
Interesting.
instruments it's more difficult to play together. A violin with a trumpet,
Mm.
or I don't know.
Yes.
So you have to adapt your playing to
To the
to the
context.
music.
Mm.
Yes, you want to play the music.
Mm. Yeah. Now for this imitation part, musicians could jump from one instrument to another. We see it like many people have.
Yes, yes, yes.
They are multi instrument
No, no.
artists, and the other way of it is to imitate. So you bring everything into your own instrument, the main instrument. In this case, the violin, right?
No, no, yes,
And
but but I played another other instruments like lafta, or I've played like the old
I
gear
know.
guitar. Now I play sarod. I like to.
See, I needed to say this so you can, you have to declare what other things you play.
I mean, yes, the violin is my main instrument, and I feel very comfortable with this. But
Yeah,
sometimes I cannot imitate the sound of sarod with the
yeah.
violin, for example. But I feel that I like to hear
Hmm.
this sound. So you have to take a sarod, or you have to take a laughter, and also
Mm.
it's another role. For
Mm.
example, many times I like to play the laughter. Many times, because the totally different roles. Sometimes when you play the violin, because it's have a high voice and very, I mean, intense voice.
Hmm.
It's like sometimes you have a protagonistic role, but
Hmm.
if you play another instrument, suddenly your role changing. You support more the group. You support
Yes.
while playing rhythmically. I really enjoy to
Hmm.
change roles.
Yeah.
And also,
Yes.
when you play other instrument, you have the multi instrument to play,
Hmm.
play. They can adapt ideas from another instrument to another instrument, and also
Yeah.
composition can come up different composition, different styles of composing,
Hmm.
and improvise, of course, improvise in a different totally way.
Yeah.
So every instrument has its own character in a way. It's creating new phrases.
Interesting.
Yes.
Talking about creating phrases and compositions, you have your own compositions. Let's talk about compositions and albums. Yeah.
Yes. Um, yes, I have some compositions and some albums. Yes. Uh,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. We have two albums with band
Mm.
Neda.
Mm.
It was our first entrance into the studio, I think, in something with our own work. That it was with Christos. I
Hmm.
see the interview, some of part
Yeah.
of your interview, that we
Mm.
are good friends also, and Pavlos, that we are good friends, and Victoria, that we are very good friends. This was the band.
Mm.
So we have two albums with this band. I have, I think, two or three pieces,
Mm-hmm.
Ναι, also there.
Mm-hmm.
After on 2017, it was published Anamesis.
Mm.
It was more personal work, and also the Borago with Yanis.
Mm.
But I've sent you a piece also. We can hear it.
Sure, will do before
A
we
little,
conclude.
yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can say about this mostly
Mm.
works more personal. I think
Mm.
the first two with um,
The band. Mm.
and with the band, yes.
Mm.
Uh, yes, I, I,
Mm-hmm.
I really want to prepare to do more. Now we have another album with Yanis.
Mm.
We probably will finish it now, and an album
Mm-hmm.
with a solo violin. I want to record now. I
Mm.
have the opportunity because my friend Dimitris has
Yeah.
the studio next to my house. Now I should record.
Interesting.
So and also an album with my brother.
Mm.
But I enjoy a lot this creativity, and I like the studio a lot,
Mm.
and sharing with other people. What I want to say, it's for the album, every work is
Mm-hmm.
totally and highly connected with the people. With the people,
Mm.
I think
Yeah.
the most important thing in my compositions, if I can say this, is the other people that
Yeah.
playing them and the connection and friendship. Um,
Interesting.
yes,
Mm.
and the time we will spend together in the studio, and the time that we will share our melodies. For
Mm.
example, the last work it was with Yanis.
Mm.
Yanis is a tabla player that
Mm.
studies the Indian music a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and we are very good friends. And so he studied the tabla. We were together in the quarantina this period, and so this album is very influenced from Indian music because we were together and we are friends, very close friends this period. And
Wow.
Yanis was studying
Mm.
some strange rhythms. I was and studied together, like playing and practicing together. We have then our routine of playing together. This is
Wow.
something that I like to play together, to have a routine
Mm.
to play with another. And
Mm.
I admire a lot in the Indian music, this the
Mm-hmm.
tabla and an instrument
Yeah.
playing together, just playing and study together. I
Mm-hmm.
I really like this in the Indian tradition.
Mm-hmm.
So so because of the influence of Yanis, all the composition was rhythmical and with some elements of Indian music and ragas
Mm.
and, and this. So,
Interesting. So these are
so
the about composition and about projects. Anything else? Any new projects in the way, coming in the way?
yes, also a collaboration now we discussed
Collaboration.
eh,
Yeah.
with Pavlos
Mm.
Spiropoulos, Nikos Papaioannou, my brother, Marius Viro from that she plays in cello. So
Mm.
we have two cellos
Mm.
and a violin and a contrabass. It's a new project we discussed now,
Mm-hmm.
and all this maybe also recording
Mm.
with this project. Something I want now is to go to Labyrinth and do this seminar with Ross and Yasamin.
Catalonia. Yeah.
Ναι, and after do my own the seminar for the violin. And
Mm-hmm.
I really want the next years to meet to go to India and meet N. Rajam, that is
Mm,
she's one of my favorite violin players.
mm,
She's around 85 now, and I want to meet
mm,
her.
mm.
This is a project I want to do.
Interesting.
Uh,
Interesting.
uh,
Mm. What are you going to teach in this Catalonia workshop?
Probably we will follow. It depends from the level and from what the people want to learn. I'm thinking basic Macam things for sure,
Mm,
because very often in my instrument we have a very good players that they are no technique and they know how to read very well
mm,
because they
mm.
have a Western education, the most of them.
Yeah.
The So, and they need to learn about the makam, about the different techniques in
Mm,
ornamentation, the intervals. So, it will be a main focus there, and
mm,
probably what I'm thinking the last time a lot is pentatonic scales. Probably we
mm.
will combine some makams with some pentatonic ragas or some Epiros music. I don't know.
Interesting.
The
Interesting.
Epiros music is the music of my region.
Mm,
Uh, my grandfather was living in Epirus, and
mhm,
all these years I had a gap with this music. Because I was in Crete and I was learning the
mm,
Makam music, Turkish music, Arabic. I don't know, different style, Indian music, but the music of Epirus and my grand. I mean this from
Back
where
home.
I am, from my roots. I don't know. So
Yeah, yeah.
I had how can I say it? I had a I cannot
Mhm,
find the word.
mhm.
Okay, guilds. I have guilds. Like I can
Yeah.
say that I could.
Mm,
I didn't play this music.
mhm,
And when I go to Epirus, the after the coronavirus
mm,
period, I went to the Epirus to the mountain and I started to making a garden and stay there in the mountain.
mhm.
Suddenly come up this music starting to come up from the mountain, from the air, from the mountain, from I don't
Wow.
know. Yeah,
Yes.
but mm, yes. And when I was in Crete, I wanted to learn, of course, the music of Crete, and I was feeling very.
Mhm,
I thought that I should learn the music from the area I live.
mhm,
Yes, I have to do it. Like
mhm.
so
Interesting.
now this Epiros thing came up, and I'm very happy. I feel also connected with my ancestors. Yes,
Interesting. Yeah.
yes, interesting.
Yorgos, Yorgos, this was really an interesting interview. I like the consistency from the beginning to the end, the connection with nature, connection with people. You
Yes.
were saying everything that falls into the same thing again and again, which is very, very beautiful. And
Mm.
we will listen to a piece. I don't know what would you suggest. The last
Yes,
piece. Mm,
yes. Let's hear this piece that from the last album with we read with Yannis.
mm,
Yurcha. Yurcha is the place that we
mm,
were living. This is from a concert from the album, the presentation of the album
mhm,
by Baumstrasse in Athens.
mm.
Let's hear this from the concert. And,
We will do.
also, yes, it's called
Mm.
Yurcha.
We will listen to it. Thanks for
Yes,
that. But before we listen to it, what would
yes.
you like to say as a conclusion of this interview to our audience?
As a conclusion of the interview,
Yeah. Or anything you want to say at the end.
yes, I want to say thank you very much
Mm.
for the discussion. Yes, I feel a little bit uncomfortable to speak about myself. I don't know. I don't feel it very easy, but
It's
okay.
over now. It's over. Finished.
But, but as I told you, you
Yeah.
are a very gentle and
Mm,
nice guy. So, okay, thank you for this opportunity to discuss about my work. Thank you for the invitation. Yes, this. And as a conclusion for the interview, ah, you want the
mm.
title, eh? You want the title
No,
for
no,
you.
it's the title is there, but I need you to say whatever advice to serious musicians, or what should we focus on the most, because we might be distracted, we might
Yes,
focus on wrong things or maybe irrelevant things, and at this age we
yes,
need to maybe focus at certain things, isn't it, from what we have heard so far.
yes. Generally, if for these times, these
Hmm.
modern times, I find it very difficult someone to stay focused and concentrated.
Mm,
Especially the last years with the mobile phones and all this social media and all this information. Scientists saying that the our ability for concentrate is getting lower and,
mhm,
faster, like we say, like
mhm,
it's very difficult to keep our attention. And
mhm,
with this music, I feel that is has a, and generally music
mm,
has this this has a part we need a lot
mm,
also for be sensitive, for be not be cruel, because in this materialistic time sometimes the world is very the western world is very cruel, it's
mm,
full of cruelty. So with music we can keep our sensitivity, our vulnerability, that sometimes you feel that in this world is it's I don't know, it's a sign of weakness to
mm,
be vulnerable, sensitive.
yeah,
Music can do this very easily,
mm,
and also our concentration. Yes, we need to keep our concentration. You know that now the Western music, the Spotify, for example,
mm,
this platform,
mm,
it gets you, it pays you.
mhm,
Now, our last album is not in Spotify on purpose
mm,
for many reasons. Okay, but
mhm, mhm,
you paid after 31 seconds. So
mm,
there are some. Uh, there is a company in Great Britain that
mm,
makes, how can I say, breathing music or
mm,
keeps you concentrated for 31 seconds. So there is a very fast music, all the refrains, all the couplets, all the lyrics, very,
mhm,
very come up in 31 seconds. So to keep your attention.
yeah,
So we should avoid this thing. I mean,
mhm,
the music of our area, of this area, it has a lot of big phrases, and that helps you
mhm,
connect with
mhm,
relaxation. I don't know. With,
yeah, mm,
so I hope this music survive in this cruel
mhm,
environment. Yes, that
mm,
everything is fast and everything is, and
mhm.
it will survive. Of course, it will survive. Yes, but
Interesting. Yeah.
yes, I don't have an advice, especially special advice for a musician. Musician now,
Mhm,
explore, imagination.
mhm.
Feel free. Reading books. I don't know. Hear a lot of music. Yes.
Yes.
try to
Interesting.
find themselves.
Mhm. Giorgos,
Feel happy. Yes.
I really thank you very much.
I
Very
thank you.
much.
I really
And we
thank
will
you.
meet again. We will meet
Yes.
again.
Yes.
And
Make it better. We'll try to be more.
yeah, yes, there are more things to discover with Giorgos. So thank you very much, viewers. We'll meet again.
Thank you, Fadi.
Yeah.
Thank you.